Yo, what's up guys, it's Lun-Gi. So today we're going to be taking a look at a Ryzeal Nekroz deck profile. So Ryzeal and Nekroz actually have some interesting synergy thanks to the new level 4s that they got in Tournament World 2. So I'll be showing you the main Ryzeal Nekroz combo, and then I'll show you the deck list as well. So the main one card combo actually features Ouroboros, and you try to rip like 3 cards out of your opponent's hand. If you have one extender, then you can rip 3 cards out of your opponent's hand. Otherwise, you rip 2 cards and then you end on like a detonator with like 3 materials. And then you also have the fuel spell, and then you get to shuffle 1 and then draw 1 card. And that is all off of 1 Avance. So Avance is actually a better normal summon for Ryzeal than Ice. So Avance becomes like your main like normal summon starter, and then you use Ice most of the time just to like special summon to extend. But anyways, here's the combo. So I normal summon Avance effect, summon Amelia's effect, add Brionic's effect, add Unicore. Next, you will overlay them into Duo Drive's effect, detach 2, search for Thode, and Fuel Spell. If you want to end on 2 rank 4s instead of like the Fuel Spell, you could just add another, you could add like plug-in instead of the Fuel Spell. So it's actually just your choice. So next you use Unicore, and then you add back the Amelia. Then you use her effect to special summon, since you didn't special summon her using her own effect, because you do have a warrior Nekroz monster in the graveyard. So you special summon her, and then you'll special summon Thode, and then you'll use his effect, and you will add X. So X will summon itself by dumping. You could dump another Duo Drive, and then use X effect to add a node. Next, use the 3 of these to summon Ouroboros effects. You can detach, and then you can get rid of 1 card of your opponent's hand. Next, you can overlay them into twins. Summon node, sack, summon back sword. You'll trigger your twins, and then you'll attach Duo Drive and special summon Ouroboros. Use Ouroboros effect, get rid of another card in your opponent's hand, and then at this point, you can make detonator. Then use his effect to attach twins. Then you activate the fuel spell. You put 2 back, so you can put Duo and X back, and you draw 1 card. So since we only use 1 card for the combo, we do have 1 draw and like 4 other cards. 4 other cards in our hand, and the opponent is down 2 cards in their hand. If we had like an extender, then we could have searched for Ice as well, and then that would have allowed us to rip 3 cards out of the opponent's hand, because we would have been able to send Ouroboros to the graveyard with Ice, special summon Ice, and then use plug-in to revive the Ouroboros and attach a material, and then use its effect again. So it is possible to rip 3 cards out of your opponent's hand. 4 if you decide to play Laplacian instead of Detonator. You can summon Laplacian using 3 materials, and then you can rip a card out your opponent's hand, another card out your opponent's hand. So your opponent will have like only 1 card left, and then draw to another card. But yeah, that is the first combo. If you open Avance plus literally any Ryzeal monster, then the combo becomes stronger. So you go the usual play: Amelia, Bionic, Unicore, Duo. So depending on which one you opened, you want to get the searcher with the opposite attribute, because that'll allow you to actually go through all of your Ryzeal monsters. So since this is fire, we'll get X. So X effect, search for node, summon node, effect, add Ice. We can go Unicore, add back Amelia, make Ouroboros, get rid of 1 card in the opponent's hand, go for twins, summon node, sack, summon back sword, twins effect, Ouroboros, Duo Drive effect, get rid of another card in the opponent's hand. Now you can do this, send, special summon, and then you can use plug-in to summon back the Ouroboros, and then attach material, and then attach a material to it. Ouroboros only gets rid of 1 card in the opponent's hand. They're already down to 3 cards. So since you don't have the fuel spell face up, you could actually just go for double detonator. You could go for double detonator or double like rank 4. It's really up to you. So for example, you could just do this. Go for detonator, detonator's effect, attach twins, and then set 1. We do have 4 other cards in the hand, so set the plug-in, and then we have the other 4 cards, and then we end turn. So during the opponent's turn, we'll just use plug-in, and then we can go for X and attach hole thruster, detonator. X will trigger on the chain, and then you'll be able to search node. So that gives you follow-up for the next turn. And then after you use Detonator's effect to destroy something, you could actually use this effect to summon another Detonator, use its effect, and then you can attach Aggregator to it. So this will actually give you maximum of like 7 7 pops, and then once you detach your twins, you'll be able to summon back the Ouroboros, who'll be able to get rid of a card in your opponent's hand, field, or graveyard on the next turn. On your first turn, you get rid of cards in your opponent's hand because they don't have anything on the field or graveyard. But on the following turns, it becomes like a really, really strong removal option. So this is obviously much stronger than the other one. The other one only ending on like detonate. The field spell and then a bunch of like cards that you have in your hand. So this gives you a lot more disruption for your opponent's turn. Also a little bit more like resilience to like imperm. You're already resilient to imperm because you've got tons of eclipse like under detonator, but this gives you like extra insulation. So the imperm, you pop this, you summon it back, then you'll have 2 materials, and then you'll be able to summon another one with like 2 materials as well, so you still get like 4 pop, which is insane. So now let's take a look at the deck list. Now for the deck list, 3 copies of Avance. It's your main starter, really broken starter in this deck. Absolutely amazing. Avance by itself is 4 level 4 materials because you can add back the Emilia with Unicore. Double Emilia is a searcher, so it's not too bad to actually open it. But yeah, you don't really want to be wasting your normal summon on Emilia, which is what will happen if you play like 3 copies. But you definitely need this second copy for follow-up. One could be fine, but I just feel safe with just like a second copy of it. And then the Ryzeal monsters, 3x, 3 sword, 3 ice, and 1 copy of Node. So standard Ryzeal lineup, because this is more of a Ryzeal deck than it is a Nekroz. So it's Ryzeal with the Nekroz engine, and then 2 shark cards, big surfacing jaws, and Drake Shark. So some of your hands are quite varied. So if you have access to 7th Tachyon and you already have like your Nekroz and your Ryzeal stuff, then you can actually search for big jaws, which will give you 2 extra materials, allowing you to actually make an even stronger like ending. So it's just like an amazing extender. And then your Nekroz Rituals, triple Bionic. Bionic is also like full combo. So we have 6 copies of Avance and then 1 copy of Unicore. Unicore allows you to get an extra like level 4 on the field because it allows you to add back your Emilia, and then you can special summon Emilia using its own effect. And then the hand traps, 2 Max, 3 Ash, 1 Nibiru. And then for the spell cards, which is 1 each of the Ryzeal spell cards, the 1 of Bonfire, the 1 allowed copy, 1 talents of course. I typically run talents if I can. 1 crossout designator. You do walk into Nibiru with the combo, so you do kind of have to be careful. If you think your opponent has Nibiru, then you could actually just like play around Nibiru and just do like your regular Ryzeal combo. That's not a big issue, and you can still rip I think 1 or 2 cards from your opponent's hand if you go for like the regular Ryzeal combo. If you've got like extenders in your hand, you can still like hand rip your opponent. 2 copies of Call by the Grave, and then 3 copies of 7th Tachyon, and then the trap cards, 3 Imperm and 1 Hole Thruster. It's 41 cards. If you don't want to play the big Jaws package, you could take it out if you want. I think it should be fine, and that'll be 39. And then you can add like one more card. That could be another copy of Nibiru. Yeah, you could remove like these 2, and then you could add 1 Nibiru to make it like 40 cards. Now for the extra deck, 1 Dugares, 1 Dweller, Dagasto Emerald. Dagasto Emerald is very nice, being able to recycle your engine, your Nekroz engine and Shark engine, and your Ryzeal engine, and your XYZs. Exodon Knights, Arc, allowing you to add the Shark cards. Bogusko, of course, double Twins of Eclipse. When it comes out in the TCG players would probably also play like 2 copies of Eclipse. It's become kind of like the standard in Ryzeal. It's just really good, allowing you to just reuse your detonator easily, which is why I think detonator will probably go to 1 on the upcoming OCG ban list. Duo Drive, double Duo Drive, standard. Double detonator, pretty standard. And then we have Ouroboros, 104, and aggregator. If you weren't playing 101, then we'd play a second aggregator, but otherwise the extra deck is pretty solid, outside of like maybe playing Tornado Dragon here. But yeah, that is it for the deck list. Thanks for watching. Please leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.